Hey guys, Blade Blubber here with another knife review for you guys. This knife review was, very longly delayed and was supposed to come out about the end of July, but it just somehow got deleted off my computer, and so I'm doing it now, which is actually somewhat of a good thing because that's just another, month and a half of experience using the knife. And by now you probably already know the knife is the Protech Stinger. Beautiful little knife here. Really do love this knife. But let me jump into specs before I keep talking. The handle's 3.3 inches long, and it's made out of T6 6061 aluminum. It's pretty standard aluminum, but it is nice. I do really like the handle of this knife, and has some machining in there on that side. Got the bead blasted pocket clip. This version of the Stinger is all just the black handle and bead blasted blade and pocket clip. You can get it in many different variations, just like most protechs. And the weight is 2.2 ounces. Overall, the knife is 5.25 ounces. It is a very fast auto knife, as most protechs are. The blade is 1.95 inches, so this is a California legal auto knife. If any of you guys in California want a good auto knife, this one, it's perfectly legal in California with a blade under 2 inches. And the blade is 154 cm. You can see Protech there, if it would focus. Made in the USA, which is a very big plus for me. I really do like knives made in the USA for many reasons. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but it is made in the USA, which is a big quality to some people like me. I'll show you that deployment again. Very fast. You have that really big deployment button there. Even with gloves on, you can get to that easily, no problems pressing it down, and there is no safety. But it definitely, I would say, does not need a safety. I don't think safety should be, even put into auto knives, any of them, because you really don't need one if it's built right. See how that button is recessed into the handle? It's not sticking out at all. Trust me, guys, I've carried this knife ever since I got it, pretty much almost every day, and that's been every day for about almost 3 months now. And just about 3 months now, and never had any problems with it deploying in my pocket or anything like that. It's not going to come out unless you want it to. It does come out very fast and very hard. There's no blade play at all. A lot of automatic knives have a little bit of blade play. This one, no up and down, no side to side, even after I've used it for some pretty, decently heavier, a little bit heavier duty EDC jobs. I've cut open some thicker plastic, cut some zip ties with this, on top of just the normal opening boxes and cutting string and stuff like that. And that's what I think this knife would be for. It's just a everyday carry knife. It's just a small knife. You can just see how small it is compared to my hand. But I really don't have a problem with that. I really do like the smaller size knives for EDC. That's the Kershaw Scallion. Here's a couple of my smaller, EDC knives that I do carry a lot. The Buck Bantam, that's a small one. It's a Spyderco Cricket. All great EDC knives, and they're all small, and that's really all you need if you're in an urban environment. You don't have a job like construction or anything like that. You're not working in the woods or anything like that. You just need a blade to cut open packages and string and stuff like that. All you really need is a small blade like this, guys. You don't really need a big 5-inch long tactical knife for opening up a cardboard box. So I do like blades for EDC. Anywhere from like 2 to 3 inches is pretty much where I like my blade length to be for EDC. And this is just about 2 inches, and I think it's just perfect, especially when I just want a small knife to put in my pocket. It's just great. This is just one of my favorite knives, if not my favorite knife that I own, and I do own quite a bit of them, and I'm just extremely happy with it. And this is one of the few knives I've ever owned that I can say that I like it so much I am going to be buying one or two more of these to add to my collection, just to have a few of them, you know, maybe in different tastes. You know, I really want to make a version of this knife with a blue jazz handle and a black blade. Really beautiful looking knife, and I'm gonna be, you know, looking around for one of those pretty soon. But this one is just a good, you know, bead blast, black handle, just a good user. And I'll talk about the pocket clip here for a minute. It is a pretty low riding pocket clip. That's about as much as sticking out in your pocket. And never had any problems with it falling out. A lot of people with small knives are afraid that it's going to fall out of their pocket and everything, but no problems with that at all. And like I said, I have carried this knife a lot. You know, this knife has gotten a lot of pocket time and a lot of use. No problems with the pocket clip at all. Nice and sturdy. You can adjust that pivot screw if you need to. And the ergonomics on this knife are pretty great, actually. When I first got it, I didn't like how there wasn't any kind of finger trowel right here, but now I actually really like that. It's a very minimalistic designed knife. It's just a blade, or it's just a handle, you know, no weird finger choils or anything like that, and a blade. I actually really do like that. It works great for EDC. I haven't had any problems. A lot of people, when they see this knife, are afraid your finger's going to slide up into that corner there. I've never had any problems with that. And like I said, I have actually cut open some heavier duty plastic and stuff like that with this, and it just hasn't been a problem. Obviously, though, you're not going to be using this knife for really heavy duty tasks, but I think for its size, you can actually use this knife pretty hard compared to, you know, smaller knives like this protech, or not protech, sorry, Spyderco Cricket. They have about the same blade length, they're about the same size. This one's definitely a lot heavier duty than this Cricket. Same goes with the Scallion. I'd still choose the protech for it's just a lot heavier duty knife. I think for just its size, you can actually get a lot done with this, which is something I really like. It is an auto, so most states, there's a lot of states that you cannot carry auto knives. I luckily live in a state where I can carry an auto knife. Even, you know, being a minor, being under 18 years old, I can still carry an auto knife in my state. I'm just very blessed and very happy that I, you know, can do that, and that the politicians in my state at the moment have some sense behind them. But yeah, so you got to make sure you know all your laws, because this is a automatic knife, or switchblade as a lot of people call them. And you know, they are in the United States. Auto knives are legal to own in most states. So I know there's going to be a lot of comments saying that they are illegal to own. That's just simply not true. Because I see that on a lot of the YouTube videos on auto knives. But most states in the United States you can own an auto knife. There's a couple you can't, but not really going to get into that in this video. So that's pretty much it on the protech Stinger. It is a little bit more of a high quality knife. I mean, well, more expensive knife, as most protechs are. This is a protech Bren 2, really great auto knife. Been EDCing this for a while now too. But most protechs go from, you know, anywhere from $100 to $1,000. They get really expensive depending if you have the custom made ones or just the production ones, and then, you know, they always put different materials, different handles, different blades on them, and they just can get more expensive. So this one specifically, this Stinger with the bead blast and black handle, goes for about $100, and then they're going to go up from there. This is the cheapest model, and they're just going to get more expensive from there. But the smaller size knives from Protech, like the Runt series and the Stingers, they're actually pretty affordable for what you get. You get a nice, really great steel, great quality, great fit and finish for about only $100. It's just a great price. And Protech just makes some great knives. that's everything on the Protech Stinger, guys. Finally got around to this review. I'll see you guys later.